Lights out! Now you want to get nuts? Come on! Let's get nuts.
Okay, now you can see my face. Hit the wrong one right there, but hey, at least my mic's on. That's all that matters. At least the mic is on. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Tuesday, December 21st. Holy, what is the first day of winter already like upon us or whatever? I don't know. It's 12, 21, 21. A lot of 1-2s going on right now, but anyways, guys, welcome to Film Junkee Live. How you doing? This will be the last Film Junkee Live of the week because I am going to see The Matrix tomorrow. Matrix Resurrections, which I'm really looking forward to, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, so this will be the last Film Junkee Live for the week. So make sure you smash that like, thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to join, become a member. We're doing the members only stream right after this. So, you know, you guys can pick my brain about whatever the hell. And we'll talk for a little bit. And then, of course, got the Patreon right there if you want to help out the pirate ship right there. And then, of course, we have the Film Junkee Closet with merchandise down below. Who's all out there? And let's see. Happy Tuesday. What's going on, Jose? Good to see ya. We got Mama Film Junkee here. Die Hard vibes. Oh man, I saved that movie for Christmas Eve. I really do. Everybody's saying hi to each other. What's going on, Tyler? We got Selena. We got Fear Jason. Of course. Yeah, let's go. Bangers. That's another internet term that I'm like, where'd that come from? Hi, Mom. Love you. Let's get nuts. Why not? What's going on, Stephanie? Good to see ya. Been pretty good, actually, you know. Today was pretty good. Mr. Andre, good to see you. You finished? I watched the first episode. Still have not completed the rest of the season, which I was kind of curious because that first episode was very strong when it came to The Witcher. So, man, hopefully I'll get to do that this weekend because I have a 3-day weekend. So hopefully I should be able to finish the season this weekend. So we got Kat here saying today is the first day of winter. Okay, I thought so. I was like, wait, 21st? Or is it the 22nd? I couldn't remember. So there you go. First day of winter, and I have my air conditioning on. Jesus Christ. I do. I have my AC on. The beauty part about living in SoCal is in the same day, in probably within 6 hours, living on a second-story apartment, you're going to have both your heat and your AC on sometime during the day. It's just the way it is. The heat rises. When I wake up, my apartment is very cold. Like it was, it gets pretty damn cold at night. And then it just gets warm during the day. So there you go. So happy first day of winter from SoCal right there. I have my air conditioning on. A lot of hype for The Matrix. Hell yeah. So that's right. We're just going to be diving into that Spideyverse right here. I figured, I had a feeling that the movie news was not going to be so huge and big time after Spider-Man came out, especially since it's Christmas week and whatnot. So I figured, you know what? Let's just go ahead and break down and do my rankings for that. Get my nuts. Really, buddy? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I think we're all pretty hyped. Yeah, you're watching. Good. Keep watching them. It's the first day of the Capricorn season 2. I don't know how all that stuff works. I know I'm a Libra. That's about it. Jose, yeah, we'll talk about that, of course. Yeah, I know. It sucks too because I prefer not to. But I mean, when I was about to start up, it was like 74 degrees in my apartment. I'm like, I can't do all this when it's like that. So there you go. And then probably later, it'll get too cold where I have to put the heat on. It's like, geez, can't find the balance. Can't find it. So anyways, wasn't a huge fan of season 2, but it's straight away way too. Oh, is that what happened? I know that tends to happen. So, and I freeze my butt off every day. You free? Yeah, that sounds pretty SoCal right there. Yeah, you're my blanket. You're in your blanket right now. Just because of the alcohol that I have. It's the alcohol. You know what? I said F it, man. I poured some wine right now, so cheers to that. I was like, you know what? Because I actually worked a half day. I actually worked a half day today, which was kind of nice. Because it was like, all right, we got caught up with everything. Go ahead, take the rest of the day off. You know, it's one of those things where it's kind of great. Football game, yeah. Mom versus dad versus nephew also. Yeah, we got the Rams and Seahawks happening right now. It's tied 10-10. It's an intense game. Hello, darling. Hello. Hello. Snow bunny or snow kitty? Yeah. I don't hear anyone from Cali saying it's cold. Chumps, all of us. Yeah, we are chumps. Like I said, when it dips under 60 degrees, all of a sudden you have, like I've said this before, I think, but you have one of two people when it comes to SoCal. And when it dips under 60 degrees, when it starts getting cooler out there, you have people that just start breaking out the hoodies, the jackets, they're layering up, they got the boots, girls are putting on the Ugg boots, all that stuff. They're all just like, oh my God, it's so freaking cold. It's so cold. But then you have those Southern California guys. I mean, it's probably all of California, but, you know, I'm just saying because I live here. We always got those assholes. It could be raining outside, cold rain, 41 degrees. They're still walking in the store with, like, cargo shorts and flip-flops. Like, let's see, I got to get some beer. No, I don't drink the generic stuff. I got to get something that's from a brewery. Yeah, no, and I'm like, who's this fucking guy? Yeah, you got your toes out. Your ugly-ass toes are out. It's fucking raining outside. Why are you wearing your flip-flops? What are you doing? You shouldn't even be wearing those during the summertime. Your toes are fucking grotesque, man. What is that? Jeez. Oh, your middle toe is longer than your big toe, just like mine, but still, not as bad as that. Gross. Gross. Man, go get your nails clipped. My God, what is that, a fungus? Gross. No, but yeah, you get one or two of those people, man. Tell ya. No, I'm not a feet person. I'm not a feet person. No, Rosemary, not a feet person. That's for damn sure. But it is kind of funny though. But yeah, that's what it's like, for anybody who wants to know what it's like in living in California sometimes when, yeah, like I said, there could be just days where I'm just wearing board shorts and a tank top in December. So, no, definitely not. Not a foot guy, but it's all good, man. But all right, let's go ahead and get the show started. Let's go to the tweets before we start breaking down the Spidey movies. That was pretty fun, but it was I guess you could say it was a relatively easy list to put together. But yeah, if anybody is joining in, later on, you could fast forward. I chapter this stuff out. So, there you go. Anyways, all right. Let's go to the tweets. Let me fix that. All right, let's go to the tweets right here. All right, see what happened in the Twitter world, Twitter sphere today. Probably not, it's a week before, Christmas, or it's a week before the weekend of Christmas, so. And, hey, look at that. The Terminator. Remember when everything was like, we survived, Kyle. We got this. Fight for the future. And then that Terminator just, comes out of the fire and scares the shit out of everybody. Oh, and some more Andrew Garfield love that is happening. This is what I'm going to talk about when it comes to breaking down all the Spidey films. It's just because, I think my list is, it's good. I think that I 100% back it up as of right now. That's how I feel after watching after watching No Way Home. I always hit that damn thing. But man, I tell you what, there is some. This shot right here is just fucking good, man. It's so fucking good. And then you get this shot right here. You go back to the first Spidey and you realize how fucking Sam Raimi was like, yeah, it's a little campy, but I'm gonna go hardcore with this fight right here. My God, you just love that. And here's a picture of Jackie Earl Haley right here, wearing his mocap Rorschach mask right there, which, obviously got turned into something pretty damn awesome right there. So, yeah, there's a little behind the scenes. Apparently it's going to be on tonight on somewhere. I don't know. But it just Film 4, I guess. Great movie. And then, speaking of Spider-Man No Way Home, it earned $37.1 million domestically on Monday. What the fuck? That's the third highest grossing Monday of all time. Yeah, this movie's definitely, I say this movie's going to probably maybe get to $1.5 billion, man. That's what it's looking like right here, because on a Monday, but then again, people are off, kids are off school, So there is that. And happy birthday to you, motherfucker. Happy birthday to you, motherfucker. Happy birthday, dear Sam Jackson, motherfucker. Happy birthday to you. Yes, it is Sam Jackson's birthday today. And I saw this, and it's like all the different versions of Nick Fury right there. And we're going to see more of him, of course, in Secret Wars. So gotta love it. Even though I still will not forgive the Marvel Cinematic Universe for making his eye be the fact that it was an alien cat that scratched it. Look at his eye up here. See how it looks like there's more to it right there. Then you look at it right here, and it's just a scratch. Just a scratch. So, yes, the path of the righteous man. I used to have a shirt that had that on there, man. I miss that shirt. I had a Pulp Fiction shirt that had him on there talking about that and had that saying, the path of the righteous man. So, ugh. Hey, here's some Chloe for you right here that somebody drew. Looks pretty cool. She is wearing, well, let's just say she was not prepared to go out this night in the cold, crisp air, but maybe it's a summer night, because she is wearing some lingerie. She definitely is. So, that's pretty interesting. I just thought that was kind of, it's good art, but man, she is just all up in some lingerie right there. I'm just going to fly around. I'm just going to fly around the city with Superman in my undies. I mean, he's got his undies out. Why not? Holy Lord. Pretty great. Oh, good job. Thank you, Jose. And we got the bots already showing up right here. Dude, I don't know about you guys, but this crossover is going to be insane. Daredevil with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I'm all for it. Shell Pose, who did this edit, very good at it. Very good at it right here. I really love this because it looks, the lighting, everything works right here. Could you imagine getting this crossover? I want it. Who doesn't? I also want this gingerbread Death, the Star Destroyer. Yeah, that's what I want. I want this right here. Who cares about a gingerbread house? No! This is what us nerds want right here. That's right. Look at that. That must have taken a little bit of time right there. This is like one of those things where you're just like, yeah, you make something like that. Do you really want people to eat it? You really want people to eat it? I don't know. Hey, look at this. Amazing Spider-Man 2 did have a Morbius Easter egg on the computer, which I think some other, I don't know if this is not exactly new news, but, when we're talking about where does that sit when it comes to which Spider-Verse is Morbius? A lot of people, of course, we all want to see more Andrew Garfield for sure, the most. And I'm just saying, Morbius, there is a Dr. Morbius file that was shown in Amazing Spider-Man 2. So, yeah. Speaking of that, Andrew Garfield, pretty much this is what he would be saying. I mean, I don't know. I think Andrew Garfield, he said a lot of stuff about not being in Spider-Man No Way Home, so he probably would react like this.
This is a person who looks exactly like me, but who is definitely not.
There you go. That's pretty good. Good job, Steven. That was a good one. Good one. I like it. Make TASM3. That's the hashtag, guys. That is the hashtag. Batman versus TM. Yeah. Well, that's they've shown that in the books. Well, it wasn't really versus. You know how that is. Hey, guess what, guys? Scott Mendelson, he has a message for you when it comes to hashtag make TSM3. If you wanted Amazing Spider-Man 3, you should have shown up for Amazing Spider-Man 2. Well, Scott, we did! It made over $700 million worldwide. So we kind of did. Yes, granted, this is the lowest box office that any Spider-Man film has had, but that's what's kind of sad. It's so weird when that puts like a weird stigma on the box office. It's the lowest Spider-Man movie at the box office. Sure, but it's still over $700 million that it made. My God, that's still better than a lot of other movies. That's still better than 99% of the movies out there, maybe. 98? I don't know. But I just love how he said that. Like, that's what I love about good old Scotty Mendel, you know? He's always pushing back against, like, what the crowd wants. I'm a decrepit old man critic guy. I work for Forbes. I'm going to go against everything, you know? And, of course, I mean, he's always been highly, highly against the release of Snyder Cut movement. So now that there's going to be pretty much a make the Amazing Spider-Man 3 movement that's really happening in campaigns, he's already pushing against it. But it's like, yeah, dude, we showed up. We showed up. There was some shit that happened behind the scenes when it came to Sony, when it came to Kevin Feige, okay? We all know that they started dismantling what they were trying to do before even Amazing Spider-Man 2 came out. There's so many deleted scenes, so many things that they were trying to set up and just things didn't work and blah, blah, blah. And nothing, I don't think it had anything to do with the box office. Nothing to do with the box office. More of like just, I don't know, the reception, and then Kevin Feige got involved and blah, blah, blah. There's all kinds of logistics, but I don't think the box office was the issue when it came to Amazing Spider-Man 2. Okay, Scott? Jeez, you should have showed up to... What a I mean, this guy, I mean, when he puffs up his chest and he's like, yeah, well, you should have showed up. Should have showed up to Spider-Man 2. It's like, yeah, we did, Dick. Now what do you got to say? We did. Yeah, and, you know, I have my gripes on it, and I'll talk about those gripes as we break it down, but Jesus Christ. Oh, that guy. That guy likes to get ratioed, doesn't he? It's always, you know, he just likes to get ratioed by people. Oh, man. Yeah. Imagine this happening, though. Imagine this happening. I don't think it will, but could you imagine if this happened right here? Oh, man. If they continue, you know, if they make more movies with Andrew Garfield and they make more multiverse-type movies and then all of a sudden Spider-Gwen shows up and it's like, what the fuck? That'd be insane. It'd be insane. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, it wouldn't be the same because she's all married and having kids with somebody else, and, you know, they're not an item in real life anymore. It kind of takes away from it a little bit. It really does. Kind of does, you know, because, you know, they were together when this was all happening, but not anymore, sadly. So, but wouldn't that be sweet? Wouldn't that be precious? Precious. Precious. And then speaking of Andrew Garfield, he's actually, you know, been talking a little bit about Spidey, and this is what he had to say right here. He said, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than Tom Holland. It's bigger than Tobey Maguire. It's bigger than Miles Morales. Everyone can project themselves into the suit. It's all of our story. And I love it. I love it. Please, for the love of fuck, please give this man some more Spider-Man. Just do it. Just do it. Death on the Nile gets a new poster. I think there's a little trailer that came out too. This movie, this is a beautiful poster, first off. Very beautiful poster, but yes, this movie is kind of cursed because, obviously that guy right there, Mr. Army Hammer. We all remember those. Remember when Casual Batman read off his messages that got leaked out? Those are fun times. Those are fun times. So, yeah. So that's going to be a little bit awkward when it comes to all that. Yeah, they can't just go back and just film somebody else this time. It's not going to be as easy. So I'm still going to watch the movie. I like Kenneth Branagh. I like the first one. So I'm going to see this one. And then, of course, I saw people, too, throwing shade at Miss Letitia Wright because of all the stuff that's happening with her and the vax and everything like that. And, of course, people are just immediately just trusting people that are just throwing shit out there when we have no... I mean, remember, there was a point... Literally, I saw YouTube videos and headlines and posts that said Letitia Wright is going to be fired from the MCU. She doesn't want to work with the MCU anymore because of the whole COVID vax thing and blah, 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 blah. And there were people that were saying that happened. And then all of a sudden, there was like a source from, I think, Deadline that said, no, they're going to resume shooting Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever with Letitia Wright in January. And it's just like, yeah, why are people believing shit? Because we all like to dogpile. We all like to gang up on, we read a headline and we just want to join the dogpile. And I hate that. But yeah, that's going to be interesting too because we got two controversial actors right here. One that's just completely canceled and one that is halfway canceled, I guess you could say. So we'll see what happens with all that. Going to be interesting. Hey, do you guys remember this guy? If you guys have been around for a while, do you guys remember this guy, Yazith? Remember Yazith? I think I banned him from the channel because he ended up being a douche. He ended up being a real douche. But he was like, he was one of the normal guys that showed up when it came to Film Junkie Lives in the early days, which was just early last year. Remember, he actually posted this underneath my video right here when it talked about the film slate. He said, "I'll post my nudes if Snyder Cut ever gets released. Screenshot this as proof." Yeah, apparently. So yeah, apparently he's still a douche. He's still a douche and still kind of like, tweeting at people and stuff. So I don't know if that's him right there. He's got a new Twitter account where he's got one follower and he's following one person. But that's pretty funny right there. Yeah, I said I'll post. This was after it was actually announced too, by the way. I don't know why he very much tried to push against it right there. He did. I love this right here too. Animated Battinson right here. Oops. Animated Battinson.
When that light hits the sky.
It's pretty damn cool. It's kind of got a little bit of it's got a little bit of Batman the Animated Series going on with them. So, and then we got, hey, Merry Christmas from the McAllisters right here. Pretty big family, a lot of range, okay? Because you have these two are redheads, she's a brunette, and Kevin's blonde and she's blonde. I'm telling you, they have like the entire spectrum of hair that's going on with this family. That's for damn sure. Yeah. Two redheads, a brunette, and two blondes right here. Man, they just covered pretty much almost the entire spectrum of hair color when it came to the McAllisters, man. I tell you, why am I getting blown up right now? What's happening? Oh boy. All right, I gotta mute my messages because shit is being talked between family members about this game right here. Oh shit. All right, hold on. Sorry. There we go. All right. Muted that. But anyways. So Merry Christmas to the McAllisters, of course. And then, hey, look at that. Somebody had a little too much to drink, and it's probably the guy that's got his eyes closed. But yeah, there's Andrew Garfield and Charlie Cox. They've known each other for a while. So for God's sakes, can we get them to interact with each other? I almost feel sorry for Tom Holland because there is so much love that's happening for Andrew Garfield. As much as there is love that's happening with Tom Holland, there's a lot more. It seems like there's a lot more love that's happening for Andrew Garfield right now. But yeah, I remember this old picture right here, so that's pretty cool. Before they were superheroes. This is pretty cool right here. Somebody made this cover. Batman, Catwoman, black labeled. Yeah, using the new images of Pattinson and Kravitz. Hey, we got a doodle of Batfleck right here. Look at that. Look at the stubble. Look at the stubble right there. Good job. Good job. God Station. That's pretty much it. We got Harry and Mar right here. Another sketch right there like that. Hey, when you're shoving, just disgusting food down your throat, why not get a workout in? Try to work out those calories. That's right. Just do that. Yeah. I mean, some people responded to this going like, you know what? This kind of reminds me of the Cafe 80s in Back to the Future Part 2 when you had those people that were like riding the bikes inside the cafe. But yeah, man. Apparently, though, this is supposed to like charge your phone. Somebody told me. It's a way to charge your phone. And I'm just kind of going like, I don't know. Have you ever eaten something, especially junk food, and then, kind of ridden a bike, a stationary bike? It sounds to me like you get a cramp, right? Anybody else? You'd probably start cramping up. You're really not supposed to be working out while you're eating. You're just going to get some cramps because your body is trying to digest while you're trying to work out. It's just not going to, yeah. Whatever. Yeah, just don't eat at McDonald's. I say that while I had McDonald's over this weekend. The only thing I get at McDonald's is the McGriddles. The McGriddles are great. That's the only thing I get at McDonald's, and I'll get that once every few months. And I was craving some McGriddles before I went to my movie on Saturday, so I was like straight up, like, you know what? Give me some McGriddles. That's just a really good breakfast sandwich. I'll give it that. Other than that, I don't like McDonald's. I stay away from McDonald's. when you hear all the horror stories and everything, you just don't. You try to stay away. If I'm, when I try to cut down as much fast food as possible. But when I do, you want to get the more high quality fast food. McDonald's ain't high quality. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. All right, let's get to this. Let's get to the Spider-Man ranking. All right, so I decided, I was like, you know what? Let me give you my Spider-Man movie rankings now that No Way Home is out. And I figured we'd just do it live. Why not? So I'm just going to go ahead and do it right here. And I'm just going to kind of cut to, we'll slide over to, I got all the posters ready to go in a particular order. Now, this is my list, of course, my personal list. I mean, I'm sure some people are like, what? You're crazy. It shouldn't be right there. It should be higher up or it should be lower. I don't know. Who knows how you guys are going to react to it. This is my personal list. This is how I feel right now. Because, when it comes to best of lists, I mean, sometimes they change. I always find it funny when people say, like, well, what's your favorite movie? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel today. Sometimes stuff just fluctuates. But right now, putting this list together and looking it over today, this is my list of Spider-Man movies right here. And we'll see if you guys agree with it. So, obviously, I'm going to go from least to favorite. And it's funny, too, because I'm going to give my opinion on each one of them and kind of just say, like, it's not like the whole thing is a shit sandwich. Obviously not. Every Spider-Man movie has had some great Spider-Man moments, some great scenes, and then you just have some really bad scenes. Of course they have. So, without further ado, let's get to the first Spider-Man. What is my least favorite Spider-Man movie? Can anybody guess? Can anybody guess? I'm just saying, I don't know. Can anybody really guess? Oh, it's Spider-Man Far From Home. That's right. Coming in at, number 9, I guess you could say. Spider-Man Far From Home. Far From Home. No home. Okay. Anyways, too much homes. Anyways, so... yeah, this is my least. Just rewatching it all, this movie just frustrates the shit out of me. And I've said many times, some of the mysterious stuff, especially in the final act, really works and really some good stuff. But man, it is just it feels so Disney. It feels, the first half of the movie, probably the first 2 acts of the movie, really feel too Disney-like to me. And when I watched it again, I went, jeez, really? Ugh. Really? It just feels too Disney, So that's why. Yeah. I wouldn't say, when people say waste of Jake Gyllenhaal, I could see that, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, he chose to do it. He got paid a shit ton of money. Power to him, man. Power to him. He had some fun with the role. But man, I tell you what, Far From Home, just giving it the rewatch again, I'm like, I can't. It's hard to get through this movie. It really is. It really is hard to get through that movie. There's just so many things. There's some good moments, definitely some good moments in the movie. But man, it's just, yeah. Far From Home is just my least favorite at the moment right now. So that's my least favorite. And now coming, I guess, in number 8, I don't think anybody would be surprised about this, but Spider-Man 3. Yes, that's right. That's right. Even though, I dig Tobey's moves and whatnot, sure. There's some great things about this movie. There's some great things about Spider-Man 3. I remember seeing this on opening weekend, waiting in line. This is before you can actually pick your seats or whatever. But I'm just saying, there's some great moments. Obviously, when Peter gets the black suit. I don't really like what they do with the emo Peter Parker. That kind of gets a little cringy. Yes, it does. But there's some great moments with Sandman. I thought the Sandman storyline was really strong. But of course, according to what we've heard with Sam Raimi and stuff like that, he did not want to have Venom in this movie, but the studio kind of forced them to put Venom in the movie. So we had, all right, let's just have Sandman, and then we'll have a Hobgoblin kind of thing with Harry, which I didn't really like that whole subplot either. I didn't really like the Harry subplot where he just loses his memory and all that stuff. I don't know. I just didn't. But I do like the fact that they teamed up at the end to take on Sandman and Venom. And then there's some really cool there's some really cool scenes. I mean, Raimi's just, there's something about Raimi. He has his own style of editing and shooting and whatnot. And there's some really cool scenes that happen when it comes to this storyline. But I don't know. Just there's a lot things where I'm like the scene where he's at the club and he's trying to impress Mary Jane. I mean, it gets a little too like Sam Raimi. Like I like the goofy Sam Raimi, like your Army of Darkness or whatnot, but it gets a little too far. It's just a little too far when it comes to that. I don't know. So that's just yeah. So that's number 8 right there, Spider-Man 3. So now what is coming in at I guess you say number 7 behind that? Amazing Spider-Man 2. Okay, now this movie has some of the best web slinging that we've ever fucking seen. This is why when it comes to Amazing Spider-Man 2, man, I tell you what, there's just this movie, God, there's some fucking awesome scenes, but they're also just like what the Rhino scenes were like, yeah, that's cool. I didn't like what the whole backstory with Electro, that didn't really work for me. And then, of course, when they had, they had the Osborns in there and they're finally getting them in there. But it seemed like there was like so much that was happening. And at the same time, I'm like, well, maybe they could have cut out this instead of cutting out MJ. I don't know. There's just some things, man. Yeah, the Electro music was great. Trust me. Like I said, it was difficult because this movie frustrates me so much. And rewatching it again, it reminded me of how much this movie frustrates me because there are so many good scenes, especially it's probably got the best web slinging scenes that we'll see, like especially when he's going through the power plant and the Electro scenes are all great. They're all great. And then of course the Gwen Stacy thing, which fucking super sad, but I wish if this movie, I don't know, if they kind of shaped up the Electro stuff and then kept some of the deleted scenes instead of removing them. I don't know. This movie just frustrates me. That's all. It really does frustrates me. It really does. But yeah. But man, it just sometimes you're like, with some of the stuff, it's so all over the place. You could tell like Sony had no idea what they wanted to fucking do, really. And then they just, kind of just fucked it up, man. So that's sadly, But I'm telling you, there's just like some of the scene. A lot of people have been throwing that out there. The slow motion web slinging scenes in this movie are fucking top notch. Like when the car, in Times Square, when the police car was getting thrown and he does that whole thing and he's like, dude. I mean, there's some really good web slinging scenes in there, but it just frustrates me. But it's all good. And then coming in right after that, which is I guess what do we got? 9. We got 9, 8, 7, 6, I guess. Coming in number 6, the first Amazing Spider-Man. Yes, I think it's better. Now, I was never really... I liked Andrew Garfield's suits, but I was never really a fan on the reflective lenses, the small reflective lenses. It looks cool in the poster, sure, but I was never really a fan of that. But I got it. I'm glad that they went for more the white eyes when it came to Amazing Spider-Man 2. But the first one was definitely the superior one when it comes to the Amazing Spider-Man movies. I thought, when it comes to the Lizard, when it comes to it's our introduction, of course, to Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, which all of us kind of like fell in love with because we just felt like, he's the best one, and people are just really just showing, everybody's just showing their love for Andrew Garfield right now. So, yeah. So yeah, this one comes in number, what is it, number 5? Where we at? Yeah. Let's see. I'm like losing my spot. 9, 8, 7. No, 9, 8, 7, 6. It's number 6. So yeah, but even though and then it's kind of funny too because the same storyline of Connors trying to turn everybody into a lizard was also recycled for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reboot. Remember that when it was pretty much the exact same story? But no, I like Amazing Spider-Man, the first one. I really do. I do like it. There's some really good scenes. It's definitely much better than the first one. I still remember when the first posters came out and just being really excited for it. The first posters, you had one where Andrew Garfield was in an alleyway in a corner and the shadow created a spider. It was such a great poster. But, it was a great little introduction, of course, when it came to Garfield's Peter Parker. That's right. So, okay. And then, let's see, coming in at number, I'm so lost on this. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. This is 5. Jeez, keep getting lost on the countdown here. Coming in at number 5 in my Spidey list right here. The first Spider-Man. The first ever Spider-Man. That's right. I remember when these posters were everywhere. Of course, I have that rare poster that they took down because they were posting in 2001. They were posting Spider-Man posters everywhere, and the one that I have has the Twin Towers and reflecting off of his eye, and they took all those posters down, so it's a rare poster. I do have it. I should have used it for this, but yeah, the first Spider-Man right here. How is the first Spider-Man number 5? It's not that I hate it. It's not that I hate it. Don't worry, Astro. It's not that I hate it. Trust me, I don't. I love this movie. I mean, this was Sam Raimi just came in and said, all right, we're going to do Spider-Man. Let's see what happens. And when you rewatch it, you kind of go like, wow, this movie, it holds out, but there's some things that don't. There's really some things that don't hold out as much anymore. But, it's, it was a great introduction to like, okay, they can actually do this kind of stuff now. And, it holds a place near and dear to our hearts. It really does. It holds a place near and dear to our hearts. What the hell? What do you mean? Why? See, I knew you guys were going to get all upset about this. It's number 5. It doesn't mean I hate it. It just means the other ones. It just means the other ones. There's just some other ones that are better. That's all. In my eyes, guys, don't worry. I still love this movie. It holds a special place in my heart. It's the first, not the first full-on live-action Spider-Man, but it's the one that really did it justice. If it wasn't for Sam Raimi and this movie right here, we would not be where we're at when it comes to live-action comic book movies. So, got to look at it like that. So, but yeah. So, the first Spider-Man, number 5 right there. So, what comes above it? What comes above it? Well, we just saw a new Spider-Man movie, and that's where I'm putting it. Wait, that's not number... I feel like I'm missing one here. Why am I like... How many Spider... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 Spider-Man movies, right? Okay. Why did I keep saying it was 5? That was 4. This is 3. Jeez. I know. Wait a minute. Did I miss one? No, we're good. Jesus Christ. I don't know why I thought there was like 9 Spider-Man movies. There's only 8, because I'm including, of course, that particular one. So this is number 3. That was number 4. Sorry, I'm getting my numbers all mixed up here. But yes, Spider-Man No Way Home falls into number 3 for me. So that's where it falls because, that's where I do, see? I know. See, I knew it was going to be controversial. But yeah, there's just something about this movie. This is how I feel right now, guys. It might change. But right now, I'm feeling this right now. I'm just feeling it. Yes. Wait. Oh, crap. That's what it is. I forgot Spider-Man Homecoming. Duh. That's what I forgot. Did I forget Spider-Man Homecoming? See, I'm really bad at making lists. See, I did forget Spider-Man Homecoming. What am I thinking? Never mind. See, this is a fail. I knew I forgot one. Jesus Christ. Okay, so I knew doing this live was going to be, wasn't going to be that good. But yeah, I forgot Homecoming. Homecoming would actually be after the first Spider-Man. See? Yep. Womp womp. See? That's what it was. Jeez. I should probably go to bed, huh? I was like, wait a minute. Am I forgetting one? I totally am. And it's Spider-Man Homecoming. And that's going to be number 6. And then, there you go. That's going to be, just forget it. I screwed this thing up, as I do. Man, I was like, when I put my list together, I was like, am I forgetting one? Sure enough, I am. I'm forgetting Homecoming. Homecoming would be probably number 6, actually. So there you go. See, I totally screwed that up. I actually like Amazing Spider-Man better than Homecoming. So it would be Homecoming and then Amazing Spider-Man, then Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man No Way Home. Sorry about that, guys. Jeez. I knew I forgot one. Oh, well. Totally just, yeah. Yeah, that's what kept screwing me up because I wanted to include into the Spideyverse. That's the thing. And so I got a little screwed up with that. So, womp womp. Yeah, I screwed it up. It's all good. It's whatever. But anyways, when it comes to this, Spider-Man, the first Spider-Man is number 4. Spider-Man No Way Home is number 3. So now we got 2 more. Now that we got that covered, Jesus. Now that we got that covered, Nah, I don't agree with that, Carrie. I don't think it's enormously better. I think it's a little bit better, but not enormously. But it's just because I don't like what they did with the side characters. I totally forgot that. Next time, I did. That's the thing, is I wrote the list down. I have it right here. I just didn't put Spider-Man Homecoming for some reason. And I thought I double-checked it. I was looking at it. I even rearranged. But for some reason, I had myself convinced that there was only 8 total movies right there. So that's embarrassing, but what can you do? It happens. You know me. I always screw things up. But whatever. It's fine. So anyways, what's going to become number 2? What's going to become number 1? I mean, obviously there's 2 Spider-Man films left, right? 2 Spider-Man films left. Yeah, put the list face down, right? Anyway, so what's going to be the last 2? What do you think is going to come in number 2? Spider-Man 2 or Into the Spideyverse? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Huh? Anybody? All right. Well, I'm just going to show you right now. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 is my 2 right now. That's right. I mean, this movie is absolutely fantastic when it comes to all the live-action Spidey movies. This one is just top-notch. It definitely is. I mean, I remember watching this in IMAX, and it was absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Ooh, so there you go. See, some people guessed it. Spider-Man 2 is the best movie? That's fine. No, I think it's that. It definitely is. It definitely is when it comes to the live action, but I'm going to have to say that number 1 is Into the Spider-Verse. That's what it is. It is. It just is. There's just something about that movie that just, I don't know, just hits. It just hits. Pretty sure he recently ranked the films as well. Yeah. So. But you stuck to landing. I know. I started off rough by forgetting one movie. Jesus Christ. That's what I get for, doing all that. But, yeah, Spider-Man 2 is great. It's a solid list. Yeah, so let's go over the list now that I messed it up. So my least favorite coming in at number 9, of course, is Spider-Man Far From Home. Spider-Man 3 comes after that. Then The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And then right here, that's where I'd have Spider-Man Homecoming, but my dumb ass forgot it. And then, of course, we have the first Amazing Spider-Man, then the first Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man No Way Home, and then we got Spider-Man 2, and then Into the Spider-Verse is my all-time favorite right now. So that's the way I look at it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So there you go. There's my list. Yeah, I can't believe I screwed that one up, but, what can you do? It's just totally mixed up on the numbers and stuff. But anyways, why is that lame? That's not lame. How is that lame? And somebody's talking about a twin of mine, apparently. I don't know. That's what's happening in the chat. Dave, search Commander Nerd on YouTube. All right, well, can I finish my other stuff first? Maybe? I don't know. All right, so we got that out of the way. And now let's talk about the Matrix Resurrections. Matrix Resurrections. We got reviews. We got reactions. Of course, naturally, I'm going to go to the good old Rotten Tomato score right here. So currently right now, let's see. Let's go ahead and refresh just in case. Matrix Resurrections, 70% right now, currently on the tomato meter. So it is a fresh tomato. Now, I've been seeing some, this is kind of like a mixed bag of reviews right here when it comes to the Matrix, but totally digging the positivity right here. So when you look at some top critics right here, we got teetering between meta reckoning with the legacy of the first trilogy and sincere blooming of a whole new story that feels boldly romantic. Lana Wachowski's first feature solo is a thrilling triumph. says New York Magazine Vulture right there. Randy Meyer says Resurrections can't compare to the original film, but it is a lot of fun. Fun. David Sims says Lana Wachowski has made a film that addresses the discombobulations of contemporary life, critiques Hollywood's general reboot culture, and serves as a surprisingly sweet work of nostalgia. This movie is going to be so meta. It focuses on telling a heartfelt story that rings as true to reality as possible. This may cause hardcore Matrix lovers to loathe the direction that's been taken, but it's a breath of fresh air for me. So that's what Deadline said right there. Matrix Resurrection is a nostalgic triumph that reminds us of what and who we loved about the original, constraining itself to familiar path. Everybody keeps on talking about the love story, the Trinity and Neo love story, so. We have a bad one right here. It says, frankly, it's a little hard to follow sometimes. You really just have to kind of go with it. Let all the quasi-religious savior mythology wash over you. You're in or you're out. I found myself out. Yeah, I hear it's kind of a bit of a mess right here. Richard Roper says, ultimately, this feels more like a warmed-over tribute to the past than a bold and fresh new chapter. Ooh, that's not good. There's more than just a glitch in the Matrix. The entire server is down. Ouch! A fitfully entertaining and only semi-convincing cross between traditional blockbuster and self-mockery satire. See, some people are kind of worried about, does it get a little too meta? If 2021 is going to end like this, then I can think of no better a blockbuster to cap things off than The Matrix Resurrection. That's good to hear. Resurrection grapples with a legacy place with an essential self-awareness in true Matrix style. Only this time, director and co-writer Lana Wachowski gets far more personal and sentimental, bringing surprising humor to the mix. 3.5. Oof. Complicated in the best of times, The Matrix Resurrections is simply convoluted, a collection of flashy digits that don't add up to much of anything. Eesh. The big problem of Resurrections is momentum, but that kills charm to boot is how much PR it keeps trying to do for this franchise. So, yep, there's some bad reviews right there. Some bad reviews. It's kind of a little, it's a little bit of a mixed bag, but, for the most part, it seems like people are still enjoying it. But yeah, it's not getting a super big time praise. That's not going to change anything for me. Hopefully it doesn't change anything for you. I still am planning and still excited, hyped up to go see it tomorrow. Of course, you saw some reactions where people are always saying, because everything is woke nowadays, and I get things are woke, but not everything is woke. But some people just want to go always woke. So, yeah. Jeremy Johns is the best. He does a better job than me, that's for sure. So, yeah, I'm still pretty damn excited to see it tomorrow. Of course, I'll do my first reaction and see how I feel walking out of it. It's going to be interesting to see what my brother thinks, too. He can be pretty critical when it comes to movies, but overall, it's sounding like people are still enjoying the movie, but yeah, the story kind of gets a little, maybe it's trying to be a little too smart. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, that's what people had an issue with when it came to Matrix Reloaded, was it was trying to be like a little too smart, I guess. I don't know. It's trying to be, and there's too much exposition. It's going to be interesting. I'm just excited for it. That's all I got to say. So, all right. Let's talk about Matthew Vaughn. So some people were not too happy with what Matthew Vaughn had to say today. Every time that Matthew Vaughn is promoting something new, they always ask him about Superman. Because he's always talked about how he would want to do a Superman movie. And today, of course, this was shown today, and naturally the Wrap wants to just pull this part of the interview out. Oops. Yep, that's right. Okay, so Matthew Vaughn still wants to make a colorful, fun Superman movie with Henry Cavill. Colorful fun. You have to say it like that, right? So speaking with the Wrap in anticipation, Vaughn revealed he pitched a version of a Superman movie before Warner Brothers made Man of Steel, and noted his continued desire to craft a colorful iteration of the DC hero. I was desperate to do a Superman film, desperate. Vaughn confessed. I pitched a big Superman movie before they made Man of Steel. I just got to work with Henry Cavill, which was lovely, and on Argyle, and he's unbelievable in it. I think there's room for a new Superman film, but a proper Superman film, a colorful, fun Superman movie, not a dark one. Okay, now, obviously, a lot of these words, a lot of what he had to say triggered a lot of people in the fandom. I saw it all over the place today. Personally, I don't give a shit. It's Matthew Vaughn. I don't think he's ever going to do a Superman movie. I don't think you have to worry about it. I do enjoy what he has created in the past. I do like the Kingsman series, even though the last one was a little subpar. I do plan on seeing the new one. But when he says a proper Superman, that's where the use of proper just kind of goes like, all right, buddy, relax. Relax with the words, okay? A proper Superman film, let's calm down a little bit, okay? Calm down. Calm down. Not a dark one. Apparently he doesn't like dark. Vaughn maintained that he and Cavill would go off and make a great Superman movie if given the opportunity, but confessed he doesn't even know who runs DC at the moment, right? The filmmaker went on more candidly, noting that he feels it was a mistake to follow up Man of Steel with Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, which brought Superman and Ben Affleck's Batman together. I just thought it was a mistake putting the Batman vibe into the Superman world. I just think they're too separate. They're not relatable in any way. And in my mind, it should be fun. I mean, look, The Dark Knight was obviously different, and it made sense, and it was brilliant as a film, as a comic, and as a film and as a comic. But Superman was always, I loved Richard Donner Superman. Of course he would say that. He always said that. But Superman was always, I loved the Richard Donner Superman movie. And I think Wonder Woman worked because I think Wonder Woman was basically remaking Donner's Superman in a weird way. Yeah, I love Superman. Apparently he loves Superman, but he doesn't love when Superman gets challenged. It gets a little dark. What's wrong with a little darkness there, Mr. Matty Vaughn? It's okay. But yeah, so that's what he has to say about that. That's what he has to say about it. I mean, I know. I get it. Anytime that this guy opens his mouth about Superman, he kind of like pisses people off. But you know what? That's his opinion. That's his opinion. Guess what? People are really digging what Snyder did. And Snyder wanted to get him to that point where you can have your fun Superman. Sure. He was trying to get him to that point. But Superman, one of the hardest characters to write. One of the hardest characters to put on the big screen because he's Superman. You have to challenge him. I mean, when it came to Superman Returns, let's face it. I mean, there's some good scenes in there, sure. But you watch it again, it's just Lex Luthor selling land. And then Superman didn't really throw a punch. He just lifted a big, huge island that was full of Krypton, was full of that. It was just, and he lifted it up and threw it out in the sky. That's all he did. When it came to Man of Steel, man, he threw some punches. And then he had to hold back on throwing punches too. So, but at the same time, that's what Warner Brothers wanted. They wanted a Dark Knight version of Man of Steel. They wanted Christopher Nolan to do it. He didn't want to do it, but then he referred to Zack Snyder to do it. And we got Man of Steel, which is the best Superman movie of all time. Let's just say, yeah, it's whatever. Yeah. But I don't know. It's just his opinion. I don't think he's ever going to do a Superman movie. Don't get triggered by him or whatever. You know, the only thing that kind of went like, really, a proper Superman movie? You're just going to say proper like that? Okay, buddy. You know, and it sucks because, you know, your Kingsman movie is not going to it's not going to go anywhere. The fact that they're releasing that now, I mean, I'm disappointed in Warner Brothers releasing The Matrix Resurrections right now. They should just push all that shit to next year because of all the Spider-Man No Way Home chatter that's going on out there. But, you know, I think The Matrix Resurrections might do some kind of business, but I don't think Kingsman's going to really do any kind of business. I don't know. It's interesting, but I'm still going to really see it. James Gunn, Superman? Oh, yeah. Remember when they wanted to throw Superman at him? Yeah. It's got to be, I mean, Superman is one of the hardest to bring on the big screen, hardest to bring anywhere. I mean, and you look at Superman and Lois, and everybody always compares of like how much they are taking from the blueprint that is Zack Snyder. It's just kind of funny. You see scenes, you see shots that almost look like that. They were just really trying to emulate what he was doing with Superman. And it's pretty great because Superman and Lois is pretty great. I still have to catch up on it, but it's pretty great. I mean, it is. So it just kind of shows you right there. But, what some of these guys, what Matthew Vaughn needs to realize is the fact that Zack Snyder was trying to get to that point, okay? Challenge this guy first, throw him through the ringer, and that's what he did with these 3 movies, and then you can get to the point where you can have that more optimistic and more colorful, I guess you could say, Superman movie. That's all. That's really what I had to say about that, so no big deal. Don't let him get to you. Don't let him get to you. Not a big deal. All right, let's go to the Twitter questions right now. Go to the Twitter questions, see what happens. All right. What do you guys got to say on Twitter right here? Mr. Darren, Mr. Laugh Now, Cry Later. Do you think Sony is seeing how popular Andrew Garfield is right now? Absolutely. And for TSM3, it could take place after No Way Home and show how he's reflecting on how he was... Wait, this is not the right one. See, I'm just all screwed up today. Hold on a sec. That's from yesterday. I knew that question sounded familiar. All right, there we go. Oy. Yeah. All right, so Eric, Merry Christmas weekdays. Merry Christmas, Mr. Eric. So, as the film junkie, what are your top 5 or so Christmas flicks beyond Die Hard? Is Die Hard number 1 or something else? Yeah, I'm probably gonna do. I'll do a ranking. I think I was actually planning on doing a ranking sometime this week, so I'll let it be with that. Just do like a top 5 kind of thing. Top 5, and I swear I won't screw that one up. I won't screw that ranking up, I swear. Cooper Knox, interesting how there is more Superman talk from Henry Cavill than there is J.J. Abrams, one as of late. Yeah, well, I mean, it's just because Henry Cavill really wants to play Superman again. That's the thing. Let's see. Clement, I think they forgot to replace Zack Snyder's Justice League Suicide Squad with Black Widow. What do you think? Oh, yeah. So we have the short list of some categories when it comes to some of these big movies. Obviously, it's not going to be... They're not going to be in like the main categories, but they're going to be in the sound, the VFX, and whatnot. And apparently on the short list, we have Black Widow, Dune, Eternals, Free Guy, Ghostbusters Afterlife, Godzilla vs. Kong, The Matrix Resurrections, No Time to Die, Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings, Spider-Man No Way Home, which I'm sure Spider-Man will get in there. I'm sure a lot of those will get in there. But yeah, weird that there's no Suicide Squad, probably because it's rated R. That's my guess. And then when it comes to Zack Snyder's Justice League, you think that Warner Brothers was actually going to pitch that for award season? Fuck no, they weren't. They weren't going to do that. Are you kidding me? Warner Brothers was not going to do that. Not a big deal. I don't really give a shit. Do we still give a shit about award season? You know, it's always funny. We claim we don't give a shit about Rotten Tomatoes, but everybody starts talking about Rotten Tomatoes. We claim we don't give a shit about the box office, but then everybody always talks about the box office. It's like we can only use it for the narratives. I hate that. I just kind of talk about it all. Just talk about it all. I really don't give a shit that Zack Snyder's Justice League is not part of this because you know what? Fuck them. That's all I got to say. We all knew that Warner Brothers wasn't going to fucking send that over for recommendation to be nominated for anything. Of course not. They want to move on, or the people involved want to move on so much that they weren't going to pitch it over that. I just don't get. I mean, yeah, Suicide Squad. I'm just guessing because it's rated R. That's my guess. Ryan, it was good to see the man without fear back, but I want more John Bernthal as the Punisher and let the Nelms brother. Wow, that'd be sweet. The Nelms brothers direct it. That'd be pretty cool. If you guys haven't watched Fat Man, please watch Fat Man. I plan on watching that sometime this week, Fat Man. But yeah, I'm kind of worried though if they bring back Punisher, what if they're gonna I don't know. Andrew Casali said my top 4 favorite Spider-Man films from 1 to 4, with number 5 being No Way Home. All right, so you got, of course, the Spider-Man 2, Into the Spideyverse, first Spider-Man, and then Spider-Man 3. So you love you some Toby. All right, that's fine. Hey, we're all not going to be, oh shit. We're all not going to be right. Sorry, there is a spoilery type image that's in these right now. Nothing could beat Spider-Man 1 and 2. All right, so hold on a sec. Not showing spoiler image. Jizz. That's all. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, somebody did like a little mock-up thing of. It's like an image. There's leaked images everywhere, and this one has Garfield, and I didn't want to show that, so didn't want to show that. Okay, so anyways, Mikey the Fraud, Sutton, you know, you gotta love the scooper game, right? All right, John Murdoch's Wayne, he says, so we know Toby is leaving Warner Brothers next year. I think it's safe to assume Hamada and Sarnoff will also be leaving their roles once the takeover happens. Zaslav probably wants his own people in those roles. Hamada will probably go back to New Line and Sarnoff to the digital side. Yeah, that sounds pretty right to me. Hopefully that does happen. Let's hope Zaslav gets some people in there that knows what the fuck they're doing and seeing what people want and what, you know, everything like that, so we don't get any more of what we've gotten in the past. So, yeah, hopefully that's the case. Hopefully that's the case there, Mr. Murdoch Wayne. I totally agree. So, anyways, there you go. There's some Twitter questions right there. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Apologize for the mishap of the list. I can't believe I was like, yeah, totally just didn't put Spider-Man Homecoming on my list. I don't know why I didn't. Especially when I like that more than Far From Home. I think it's just because Homecoming is kind of like, yeah, it's a good Spider-Man flick, sure, but it's not like, I don't know. Who knows? I'm not going to come up with excuses of why I messed up my list. It happens, though, guys. It happens. So, anyways, like I said, no Film Junkie Live tomorrow. I'm going to go see The Matrix Resurrection, so look forward to my first reaction review, and then I'm going to try to do a Spider-Man No Way Home spoiler discussion live stream on Thursday, so look forward to that. And, of course, no vodka stream this Friday because it's Christmas Eve, you know, and then New Year's Eve next week, so you guys know this already. But anyways, smash that like, thumbs up. Members, like I said, hit your stuff. You want to join, be a part of the members-only stream that's after this, please join that. Of course, got the Patreon out there if you want to support the pirate ship over there. And then, of course, the Film Junkie Closet down below with merchandise. All right, guys. Love you. Talk to you later.